Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're in Sims 4 again doing another CAS video, but today's one I decided to do all of Ariel's sisters, including Ariel, like creating them in The Sims 4. And I'm not doing it in any specific order, I'm just doing whatever colours I feel like doing, I guess. I can't remember all their names either, so I'm just doing them in the colours. So basically there are 7 sisters and the first one I'm doing is the one that's blue. So I might add a picture just so you guys can see, but we'll see. But yeah, basically all of Ariel sisters have like one specific colour to them, except for Ariel. I guess it's to make her different and an outsider, I guess, but yeah, so that's basically what I did. And I didn't do them exactly accurate because I didn't have like the hair, for example, so like, you know, because the hair was very like different, like, and they all had like hair pieces in it and stuff, so I just kind of did my own version of them all. And I wanted to make them a little more exciting because I feel like it would have been repetitive if I did the same thing over and over again. So I kind of like made the sisters have their own like personalities within being the single colour that they are in the movie, because or else it would have just been boring me continuously creating the same look over and over again. So next up we have, I guess this is the it's a bit of a, so the problem with this was a lot of the colours were kind of similar with like in the Sims, so I had to kind of compare to like the colours of the tail. So like the orange sister is like an off shade to the, and there's yellow, and then it was just very hard basically. But this one is more of a, I'm trying to think of the colour name. She's meant to be, it's not purple because there's another purple sister, but it's like in the shade, I don't want to say violet because it's not violet. I don't know, just ignore, yeah. Basically there's 2 sisters and they've got very similar colours. One of them's just like a darker purple, more of an aubergine, there we go. So I did have to take some liberties with this one, but her hair is blonde, so I made sure to make her hair this like orangey blonde because there is another sister who is also blonde. This is probably making no sense to you, but you know what, who cares. So with her makeup I decided to go a bit crazy. This is when I decided to give everyone kind of their own personalities. I made sure to give her make her lips more aubergine colour to go with her actual tail, even though her actual her tail and stuff isn't exactly right, I guess. And then yeah, just some basic accessories, and that is that one done. So next up, just had to change the sex because I mean we could have maybe made a male, but it's fine. Next up we have the other purple sister. Just get them done right after each other, you know, so it's super confusing. Basically she has like a headpiece, but hairpiece in it, sorry, but I couldn't get that because here in Sims doesn't have that many options. So yeah, I just did this basic hair. Her hair is black though. I'm doing all the hairs like the right colour, just not the right shape because we don't have that option. And so yeah, that to do makeup all very dark purple because to try and get a difference between the aubergine and the dark purple, I guess. And then her accessories just went for a black necklace with like a purple gem. And we do have 2 different shades of, luckily 2 different shades of purple for the tails. So even though the other sister isn't the exact right colour, I feel like her one is, even though it as well isn't the exact right colour, it's more, you can tell it's more the right colour purple, I guess. I did struggle though trying to find a bralette that worked with it because there's no bralettes in the right dark shade of purple, except for this one here. So I ended up just kind of going with one of the clam shells, and I mean they do wear clam shells, so it made sense, I guess, to put to use it for this one as well. But yeah, that is the purple one done. Very quick, very simple. Next up, we've got the fourth sister, and she is yellow, except her bralette in like the photos I was looking at, it was very green, but I feel, and her tail is like a little more of like a mustardy colour. But I just decided like, yeah, it's yellow because Ariel's tail is green. So yeah, but the problem is that we didn't have a yellow tail. Like we had orange, but there's an orange sister. So you see my problem? So I ended up going for one that's kind of white, but it has yellow on it, which I thought was passable, I guess. And then tried to make everything else more yellow to distinguish that she is the yellow sister. And this bralette that I chose does have a bit of a mustardy colour to it, so I thought it worked, I guess, to represent her tail a bit more, and her original tail, I should say, in the movie. I'm also doing obviously the classic 1980s movie version, not the modern version, so you know, because that's the one I grew up with, and I feel like it's a lot easier probably to recreate that. So yeah, her hair again was actually very similar to the first sister's hair, very similar shape, but again didn't really want to do that because we didn't have the type of hair that it was. So I just did this hair down. I did have a headband, and her original character does have a headband in her hair, so I thought that will work. So yeah, maybe they're twins, or they do look very similar, but whatever. There's the next one done. Next up we have the orange sister now. Yeah, their names I can't remember, but I remember they all start with A, like, because like Ariel and then all the rest of them start with A. But yeah, basically her hair has like another headpiece in it, which we don't have, so I went for this hair just because I thought it gave me the vibe of her hair shape. Yeah, and then I went for an orange tail, obviously, since she is orange. It's not the right shade of orange. Her original orange is a lot darker. I think it's to separate her and the yellow sister a bit more, but we don't have that dark orange option, so I had to go for this shade, which is fine. But yeah, just went for some standard jewellery, and her accessories were a bit much for me, so I just dialed them down a little bit. Got rid of her eyebrow piercing because I didn't think that suited her. And yeah, pretty simple. Or I feel like she might be like the oldest. She gave me the vibe of being like the oldest sister. Actually, I think she is. I think Ariel's the youngest, if I can remember, and then I think she's the oldest, and that's why she has like the big headpiece. So I'm losing my voice. But yeah, that is her done. Next up, we have the second to last sister, which is I think it is the orange sister is the oldest, then the dark purple is second, third is the blue, and then fourth is this girl here, the red sister. Then the yellow one is fifth, the aubergine is sixth, and then Ariel is last, the seventh youngest sister. So I probably should have done it in that order, but I just kind of did it in a random order that I thought worked. But yeah, her basically the sister is very blonde, like light blonde hair. So I picked the lightest blonde I could, and her hair was in like a big ponytail. So I decided to go for this ponytail here, and then I did her makeup very red, obviously because she is the red sister. And yeah, pretty standard makeup, very over the top I feel like, but it's fine. For her tail, obviously went for this dark red colour because it is the only red shade we have. I thought it worked. It was pretty close to what her tail originally was, the shade of red, and I went for this like pretty bralette because I thought it was something different to use. And then her jewellery, I just went for some gold because there was a bit of gold on her bralette. But yeah, that is the red sister done. Simple. Last but not least, we have Ariel. So I went for her classic design for this because I am doing it based on the 1980s version. And I just went for this classic red here. Probably could have gone for something a bit more like big, you know, because her hair is very big and swoopy, but I decided to just go for a little bit more of a classic shape, still giving that silhouette but not too over the top. And then obviously did her classic purple bralette with the green tail. But that's about it really, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. If you have any other ideas of CAS people I could recreate, then I would really appreciate that. But I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Bye.